Yo, what is happening, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm just waiting to see if everything's set up, and then we'll start. Okay, so I'm trying a new setup today, so we'll see if it works out. Let's refresh that. Seems like the display is working. Alright, there we go. That's all sorted. So I hope everyone's doing well. In this live today, we are gonna obviously try catch some setups. That is what we do. Of course, we'll see if we can get some potential trade setups for the day, and hopefully we can also potentially look for some trades for the week. Alright, so yeah, let's start off with obviously analyzing Bitcoin. The thing is with Bitcoin right now, if you guys aren't in the Telegram groups and all that, you know that Bitcoin did actually break out on the daily time frame. It did break out, but the problem is it's still respecting these highs over here and this high. So Bitcoin, in order for Bitcoin to be bullish, we need to see price start getting above 88,477. Okay, so if price can start getting above that level, then I do think that Bitcoin has a potential to continue higher. But just be careful, this is a potential short zone for a lot of people. A lot of people will be lining up potential shorts in the zone. Okay, so just keep that in mind for Bitcoin. I honestly think that I do think that we go up today, but honestly it's not looking great. Right. Let's talk about Bitcoin on the lower time frame, because I'm looking at a potential short also at the zone over here, potentially at the zone. But I do think that Bitcoin can come up to these levels eventually, right? And then we can look at a potential big short from the zone. So that is something that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Around about this area, what I'll do is, because I know it's a little bit small and I do need to change the layout a little bit and work on the lag. But 88,400, 87,400. So we're gonna say between 88,400.4k and 87.4, right? 87.4k. So between these two areas, we're gonna make that a little bit big. Yeah, back in the zone over here. So basically, I just want to see price for Bitcoin today. We'll go to the lower time frames and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. But I'm expecting price to push up, and this is more of a higher time frame view, maybe within the next couple of days. So intraday we can still come down, right? So if we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this, right? So if we look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour, you can see right now that Bitcoin, this previous 4-hour candle, we closed above these highs, these previous highs over here, but we did not close above this high over here, right? We did not close above this high over here, 86,000, this level here. $86,100, guys. 86,100 for Bitcoin is a critical zone, and the reason why it's so critical is because we had that massive wick there. So there's a potential for Bitcoin to come up, wick above here, and then we can play a short back down, right? That's something I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Potentially, we got above this zone. We could potentially just continue higher here. I don't want to play along at this point. But you could potentially look at a long. We'll go down to the lower time frames to see if we can maybe get an entry. But I'm looking for a short back down here as well. Potentially at this wick over here, maybe just front run a little bit for Bitcoin, something like this. But we'll see. Yeah, what I was saying is for TON, basically we've already reclaimed the highs over here. We've reclaimed that level, and yeah, expecting price to obviously break that high, and then look for price to push higher. Right, $3, 3.056 and 3.081 is the key levels here. What's on? It seems like my stream keeps just bugging out. Sounds like the music's a little bit loud as well. Let's pull that down a little bit. Let me know about the music. That should be fine. Alright. Should be fine. Basically that is Bitcoin, and that is Bitcoin in a nutshell. So I mean that is TON, and that is TON in a nutshell. So basically I'm expecting price to continue higher. It's making high highs and high lows. For TON, you can see continuous uptrend. We did break this previous high. We just made a new high. We've made a new low right now. Potentially, can we go higher? Potentially we can. So that is why I'm looking for TON to hit these levels over here. The 4-hour time frame, you can see how we broke structure here. We've broken this high. This was the reason. This was looking at a potential push for ETH over here. I want ETH to break above this high over here for potential longs. But for now, it's kind of just holding this range, right? So I want to see. Basically, I want to see price close above this high. Okay, to the left. I want to see price close above here. If price can close above there, then we look for continuation longs back up to like 1734, and that's where you can potentially look at a short. Okay, so keep in mind, guys. Ethereum has the potential for a nice little push that's there. I'll be honest with you. It does have the potential for a nice push, but we could potentially play one of two things, right? And then we look for something like that, right? You can see that Ethereum is forming this beautiful uptrend right now, right? It's also forming this beautiful uptrend. So, I'm assuming we're gonna do something like this today, right? Your stops would have to be below the low, and then you could leave it a runner just in case. But essentially, I'll be looking to short over here as well for Ethereum. I'll be looking to short for Ethereum now, because we're forming this upward sloping trend line, right? We're forming this upward sloping trend line for ETH here on the 1-hour time frame, and it's forming a little bit of a wedge as well. We could call this a little bit of a triangle formation, right? But essentially, if ETH takes out this level over here, we could potentially look for short to come back down. But I'm expecting ETH to pump today. For some reason, I've got a feeling that ETH is going straight to this level today. The market structure is looking quite clean here. It just needs to break above this high here, right? We just need to break above the high. I'll show you. Basically here, right? So this level, this is what I'm waiting for. 1655. Bang. We can close above there on the 1-hour time frame. So this is looking super clean. I'll be honest with you. If we can get a 1-hour close above this high here, guys. If we can get a 1-hour close above the high, It is consolidating here, guys. So I'm expecting for XRP, if somehow we can close above this high, then we look for longs back up to the high. We'll see. It's a bit choppy. You see, you can't really trade this, right? You want to be looking to target those highs. Yeah, but we have to close above this level. I mean, that's major, right? If we don't close above this high here, it's just not valid, right? Yo, check OM. Do you guys? It's absolutely crazy. I mean, this thing just got absolutely nuked. I mean, look how beautiful this chart was, right? It was literally so close to breaking out. But Beneki did have quite a nice pump. So yeah, it's just interesting right now. I think some coins just look ready to, like Ton. I think Ton's gonna continue generally. And Bitcoin holding that high. That's beautiful. I mean, this is a good entry zone for Bitcoin for long, right? Yeah, you could look to enter for Bitcoin here. Honestly, like something like this could play out. I'm looking at, like, for Bitcoin, I'm looking at potentially a long year for Bitcoin. If we can close above this high here in 1 minute, right? It's looking like really, really clean retest of that previous level. Honestly, looks good, right? This is looking clean. Bitcoin could potentially pump here. Like, we were speaking about the reversal zones. I honestly think that the reversal zone. Sets a Bitcoin long limit for for 70,000. Yeah, I mean, this could be that reversal zone, right? Look at that wick over here, right? You could potentially look to take a massive short all the way back down, right? This is, I think we pumped today. And then later on, we get those shorts, right? Because price action right now is giving us a bit of a bullish structure, right? It is giving us bullish structure, right? So I think we do get that pump. Taking out at least 86,100 today. We'll at least take out that, and then honestly, if this can continue here, yeah, weekly chart, 70,000. Yeah, this previous high you're looking at around like 71k, or like within this zone. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting, right? Maybe potentially looking at the biggest short at the zone, right? Looking at a massive short at like 87,000, within 88.4 and 87.4, right? You could potentially look at like this, because this is a massive weekly rejection zone, right? So you should be looking for a weekly shorts at these zones, right? So interesting stuff. We'll see if we can maybe get that within the week, right? So shorts definitely at play later on, though. I don't think we take shorts now, though, right? It just doesn't make sense. The daily time frame has broken out, but we haven't got above these highs, right? So these are the highs you're looking for shorts at these highs, right? So I think we do pump going into today, and then later on probably we look for shorts. Weesh, we're getting a little bit of a pump going here. Bitcoin could pump here. Bitcoin could pump here. Okay. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, yeah. We have to wait and see. But I'm not taking this long here for Bitcoin. I'll be honest with you. I'm not taking this. But it does look like it could play out. I mean, generally, you could potentially look at it long to like 86 100, 87 400. The market structure is holding these highs. You can see, even if you had to draw a bit of a trend just to show a bit of liquidity that's built, you know, you have this upward sloping trend line for Bitcoin, right, as well. So a lot of signs that Bitcoin can go up today and then later on we come down. Nah, not yet, but keep an eye out for it. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, generally, that's what I'm saying. I also reckon as well. Potentially, a lot of people are looking at that as well. This level here. I think we hit 88.4 to 88.7 first. Sorry, 88.4 to 87.4 first, and then you know, we get the dump. So I will be looking to short those zones. That will be nice short areas. Right. Ton did get a nice little pump here. We are still long on Ton. Can Ton get a little bit of a pump? We are only long right now on Ton. We did post this trade earlier. I did post this. So we'll see if we can get Ton to pump here. Hopefully Ton can pump. That would be amazing. And take ETH, right? We're looking at ETH here as well. If you guys just join the stream, we're looking at a long for ETH. If we can get a 1 hour candle close above 1655. Can you check not looking to short? Yeah, let's check not. I don't think shorting now is ideal, but let's have a look at not. Let's have a look at these levels. Right, yeah. So not ready for a short. Basically, if you look at not on the daily, let's have a look here. We can potentially come back up to these highs. I'll probably look at this. Right. Let's look at the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour is potentially bottoming out over here. If you have a look, 1 hour as well. 1 hour. We have to start getting back above this high over here for not, right? If not can get above this high over here, I'd be looking to long here, and then I'd be looking to take shorts back down to here, right? So I'd be looking at something like this for not. I'd probably look to long back up to this higher potentially. And then look to short at that low, maybe. At that high. So I kind of think not's gonna pump, right? Looking. Oh wait, we're not on not. The chart's not on not. Hold on 1 second. There we go. This is the type of trade that I'm looking at right now. Basically, not looks like it's potentially grabbed liquidity over here. It's taken out this low. We've tried multiple times to break the low. Could not break the low. Price potentially, once you take out this high, you know, we do have a downward sloping resistance. Or you just wait for this trend line to break. So like, for not right now, not. I mean, it's not really. But I think Ton just rips from here. I wonder how Bitcoin is doing. We didn't take that long, but we anticipated this long, right? We did anticipate this long. Potentially, I want to see how this plays out. I'm not really worried. I'm in ton right now, so if Bitcoin pumps, I'm pretty happy because that means ton will probably rip as well, right? So let's see. Looks like we're getting a pump here for Bitcoin. Interesting. I think we take out the highs. Maybe, I don't know when. But what I wanna do is I just wanna put the sessions indicator on here to see what's happening. Where's the New York? Okay, so yeah, we did manage to take out those highs, but you can see Tokyo highs is here to the left, guys. We need to see if price can take out this high right over here, and that day was around about the 12th of April, and that was on Saturday, right? So can we take out Saturday's high? I think we can. I think Bitcoin pumps potentially even harder today, guys. Potentially, the whole market just gives us that relief bounce. But yeah, just if you're on a long, potentially, like if you're on a long, you should look to TP like at like 86k, right? You need to look to TP like around about these levels. But ultimately, it can come back up to these highs, right? Where is our level, right? So we're looking at that level, right? That 88.4 and 87.4k. Yeah. So interesting. I think Bitcoin pumps here. We'll see. Ton is indeedly pumping. Ton is indeedly pumping. I'm interested in not though. I'll be honest with you. This is kind of looking juicy, but I have to break the highs here, right? Although we are breaking above this level here, that's interesting. If we can somehow, this is potentially a breakout of the breakout. For not here. If we can reverse back into the zone over here within the next candle, we could potentially look at a long off the bat here. I might even just take a long from here, and then we can go break even at this point. You know what I mean? So we get a better entry and we have a break even point. So let's see. I think not potentially pumps here though. You're looking at like very nice levels of liquidity, right? For not untapped liquidity is looking kind of juicy here. So looking at a bit of a scenario here for ton. For not. Not can pump hard. We all know that. Not can pump super hard as well. So just be aware of that. We're just waiting for the 15 minute here. We're just waiting for the 15-minute candle here. Because basically, guys, market's showing a bit of strength right now. Bitcoin is we spoke about it earlier. Market is showing a bit of strength, which is good. We're probably going to get a pump today. But do I think it's going to continue higher upon like 87 to 88k? I don't think so. I think we can short those zones, right? But we can potentially get some longs there, right? Which is why we are in a ton long. Ton was looking kind of juicy. It's struggling to break the highs here though, but I do think that we can break it off this candle here. do think we can break it within this next 5 minutes. Yeah. XRP, this is the trade for the day for XRP. We've got a lot of setups that we've actually gone over within this live. So we're currently waiting for XRP ton. We are in. Not, we are currently waiting for a retest of this level. Bitcoin, we attempted. Well, I didn't long, but I think some of you guys probably would have. Potentially Bitcoin just pumps from this level here. We're looking for Bitcoin to take out liquidity 1 over here at 61.1 today. 87.400 is the next zone over here for Bitcoin. 87.400 is the next zone, and then 88.400 is that next key zone for Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin could potentially pump 3 to 4% there if it's feeling bullish, if the bulls can obviously be in control for the day. But I do think that we come up today. It is, the structure is obviously pointing to the upside. At least take out this high probably within the next hour or so, and then if it breaks that high, we're looking at these levels a little bit higher. Okay, so that's pretty much the game plan. We are looking to short these levels, guys. I'll be honest with you, we're looking at like 87.400. We're looking at like 88.400 potential shorts. These are the zones you want to look for shorts. Bang, 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 bang. Ton is giving us a little pump here. Here we go. Lele. Ton is giving us a little bit of a pump. I've been in this trade for a bit too long. I'm gonna go break even for Tanya. If you guys did take this trade, I'm going break even here. I think Ton just rips. Broke the high. Yeah. Potentially just pumps off this level, yeah. So I just took another 25% here. It looks kind of clean to me. I think, maybe I'm taking profit a little bit early, but whatever. I'm break even now. I will post it so you guys do have it. Let me just post it. So let me tell you guys the plan. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Alright guys, I mean this is looking super clean here for Ton. Looking like it wants to continue higher. $3 is the next TP, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's liquidity 1. Liquidity 2 is up here. Right, how do you know where to take TP, take profit, right? Well, I mean, you look at liquidity, you look where wicks are, where previous highs are. You have highs over here. We have highs over here that we've just broken, right? We've broken these highs. So the next like proper highs is here at like $3. Next highs is around about here, like 3.5, 3.6, and then we have 3.81, a little bit higher as well. So Ton looking like he wants to continue higher. Bitcoin as well looks super juicy, maybe just continues, and then XRP looking nice. So there's a lot of this